Last month, Bitcoin had a drop of 26% from its peak. However, there are actually quite a few of the bullish telltale signs that end up to have this kind of the rally up. And now I just spotted some of the bullish characteristics that Bitcoin is set to break the all-time high level. So in this video, you are going to find out how to actually profit from trading Bitcoin. If not, you can also participate in stocks like Mara or the RIOT. So key levels will be elaborated in the video for the low risk entry. So let's just get started now. So as you can see in this Bitcoin chart, so I'm looking at XBTUSD. So that is the Bitcoin / US dollar perpetual inverse swap contract. So I think there's one thing that really caught my eyes, which is this change of character. That actually comes with increasing of the supply. So in fact, this move down actually is relatively bearish if we just purely look at the change of character. So this is actually the largest down wave that we have seen out from this uptrend. So essentially it just stopped this uptrend and into this trading range. However, if we just pay a closer look, that we can definitely spot this kind of the falling wedge. So if we want to explain in the price action, this is a shortening of the downward thrust. So we see that the commitment to the downside is getting shorter and shorter. So suggested that the down momentum is fading. So that actually comes with a prompt of the rally. So this is the first wave up. So the rally just prompt up right after the fading of the down momentum, and subsequently we see another test. So this reaction compared to this previous big wave down is relatively shallow, and that comes with a decreasing of the supply level. So that actually enhanced the scenario of the bullish case, which actually prompted the Bitcoin to go to test the all-time high again. So whenever the Bitcoin tested the all-time high, we actually expect some sort of the reaction, because we see that there is some form of the increasing of the supply together with the increasing of the demand. So during this breakout, definitely there's increasing of the supply, and that comes with the reaction. So right after that, we can see that the reaction did not really go to this sort of the extent like the previous down wave. In fact, it's just a relatively shallow type of the pullback, and subsequently it seems like the reaction is just stopped right at this support area as highlighted in this green box. And subsequently we see that the supply has been decreasing throughout, and that shows some kind of the supply absorption characteristics. So that suggested that if you look at the previous move, so like this bar, this 2 bar contain a lot of the supply, and this few bar right there also containing some increasing of the supply. So currently it's kind of holding up the gain right at the supply zone. So this is a way of the supply absorption process, which is still unfolding at the moment. So but I say this green box actually present a nice supporting area. So anything within these boxes, it can just bounce up right there, will be considered as a relatively low risk entry. So depending on your risk appetite, you can just put your stop right below this support level. So I will probably put my stop somewhere around 48,000, or if you are really want to have a tight stop, then you probably can zoom into the hourly time frame and look for your stop. So otherwise, you might want to wait for this kind of the supply absorption near completion, and waiting for this kind of the breakout signal, and to trade the breakout trade. All right. So I know that a lot of people might not really into the crypto trading, just like myself. I don't really trade crypto, but I do keep a close look of all this crypto development. So another way to profit from this Bitcoin or the crypto environment is to trade the stock like Mara. So let's take a look at Mara. So Marathon Digital Holdings is relatively close mimic to the Bitcoin movement. So we see a up channel right there, and subsequently have this kind of the overbought, overthrow condition, and followed by a change of character. So this is the exact movement like the Bitcoin. So we have this change of character a month ago in Bitcoin. So this is like a very similar movement. So subsequently we see that it's kind of forming another test. So just like the Bitcoin, but in Bitcoin I think the structure is a lot stronger. So we can see that supply has been decreasing throughout. So even during this change of character with a lot of the gapping down action, we see that supply is not that excessive. And right after that we have a prompt of the rally followed by another test, even though the test actually comes with a lower low. But look at this, this is actually a demand tail with the spike of the volume. So a lot of the portion is actually the demand right there. So it's kind of a spring type of a scenario followed by a rally. So this is a bit interesting because take a look at this. This is the first rally, and right after that the reaction is actually relatively sharp. At least it just create a lower low. However, this is probably one of the best rally, at least it's better than this kind of the rally, and subsequently the reaction is holding up the gain. So instead of the reaction to pull down the price to test a lower low or a higher low, this reaction is simply just a horizontal type of the consolidation process, is just holding up the gain right from this rally. So this is a way of the supply absorption process, and we can see that it's just happened right at this gap down action bar. So this is the true range, so this is the supply zone. So it's currently just forming kind of the consolidation right within this supply zone. So I think this is a relatively bullish sign. And when we just compare it with the Bitcoin together, we can just anticipate some kind of the breakout and at least a test of the previous all-time high level, if not a breakout, when we do see the Bitcoin breaking out to its all-time high level. So this is Mara, and another stock is actually RIOT. So Mara and RIOT, I think if I remember correctly, is some kind of the Bitcoin miner or the crypto miner. But what I'm actually interested in is actually the structure of the stocks and also the supply signature as well. So RIOT is a bit different because take a look at this climatic run up. So this is a climatic run up creating this buying climax. So we see that supply has been increasing on the way up and followed by this kind of sharp reaction, like a capitulation of the movement or the collapse of the parabolic run up. So right after that we see a two stage of declining. So this is the first leg down. So right after that attempt to rally, but can't even just overcome the last commitment bar to the downside, and eventually we have seen another leg down. So this is actually the second leg down, and we see that during this two leg down movement, supply has been decreased, suggested the fading of the down momentum. So they actually prompt this rally up. So we have seen this nice rally up. Definitely is a lot better than the middle type of the rally, and subsequently we see this kind of the supply absorption progress. So where the previous reaction is actually just create a lower low, this is a lot stronger reaction. It's just a horizontal type of the consolidation. So right within this supply zone. So this is the supply zone, the true range where I just draw up here. So again, this is very similar to Mara. What we can anticipate is some kind of the breakout if we see the Bitcoin also breaking out to the all-time high level. So the green box that I draw up here is the support area. So anything within this green box supporting area could be a nice long entry as long as it can show some kind of the reversal up, so something like this. Or else we can always wait for a breakout from this supply absorption process, and we can expect at least a test of the swing high, if not creating an all-time high level. This is the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to learn more on how to increase your winning rate, definitely check out the video that showed out on the screen right now, and do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also to get my weekly exclusive content update for trading and investing ideas for free. So the link is in the description below. Thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon.